Morning, you wonderful humans. This is Seth Spicer with CCHS, Connected Community Health Support. Back at it again. We do... Sorry, I got distracted by my own joke. We do virtual exercise training Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 7:30 a.m., 11:30 a.m., and 5:30 p.m., all designed for weight loss with no equipment that you can do in the comfortability of your own home. What? That sounds crazy. You're giving that away for free? Yes, I mean, come back. I'll see you 3 times a week, or with Jake or Adam Fox. Jacob Carroll or Adam Fox that go in the later sessions. All right. We do this because health and fitness should be accessible, and it's for anybody who doesn't have the time, money, comfortability with going to a gym. All right. So it's for a lot of people out there, right? 87 million Americans are severely overweight and have tried to lose weight in the past 12 months alone. You are not alone in trying to reach your goals. Society sometimes just makes you feel like you are. So don't worry about that. That's why we're here. We're here to support everybody in reaching their goals, whatever your health and fitness goals may be. The program is adjustable. We have different variations. You can change the intensity if you like it. Just listen as we describe the instruction. All you need is an 8x8 space and to follow along. All right. Special edition, as we said last stream, this is session number 2. This week, we're doing something in support of One Love, and specifically the Yards for Yeardley movement. Okay, basically, One Love brings awareness to help to relationship violence, to try and help prevent it. They have a lot of great educational content on relationship violence on their website. So we put the link down in the description of this session today. Feel free to go through, check out the stuff they provide. It's really awesome. Obviously, there are signs of a good and bad relationship, and any sort of violence within that is not so cool. So feel free to check out that content, check out the link. Feel free to share this video or your own video of you moving, doing running, swimming, biking, and add the link that we posted in the description, as well as the hashtag #MoveForLove. All right, #MoveForLove. That's the whole word, is no numbers in there. And that's just a great way, along with the link, to help spread awareness and solid educational content. All right, send your own video, use the hashtag, share the link. And lastly, if you reach out to us and say, hey, I did this movement, or I followed along with your exercise videos, or I walked a mile, even, no matter how far you go, we'll give you a shout out. So just feel free to email us at connectedchs30@gmail.com and say, hey, I'm in support of this Move for Love, the Yards for Yeardley in One Love. And we'll say, hey, XYZ out there. You can even use a fake name, whatever you want. You can use your name on Twitch. And we'll say, hey, this person did that exercise, and we'll give you a shout out in our upcoming videos. Okay, so now that I've completely butchered that introduction, you can see a much more smoothed out version in our description of our exercise today. Without further ado, we'll get to the exercise content. We have a couple new exercises that I want to show you before we get started today. One is a core. They're both new core exercises. One is a reach to the opposite toe. Reach to the opposite toe. That's it. And the other one is an inchworm. The inchworm is you're standing. Bring your hands to the floor. Walk yourself out forward as far as you feel comfortable, and walk your way back up. Okay, that's the inchworm. So that's it. Those are our new adaptations. I'm going to start my phone timer, and then I'll put this puppy up right here in the corner. And we can get started with our warm-up for the day. All right, let me just put this into full screen so I can see everything everybody is saying. And there we go. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Going to start with our hip warm-up. Hold on to a wall, and we'll just do hip circles, hurdle steps. As high as you feel comfortable. Getting in that good warm-up. I don't expect people to be able to balance on a single leg like this for so long. I'm just actually 50% stork. But if you need a wall to hold on to, that's completely fine. Acceptable, recommended, truly. other leg. These are called open the gates. If it feels better for you to do leg swings, you may, and hurdle steps. Exercise is about whatever feels best for you, right? All right, there we go. T-spine, rotations, thoracic spine, undoing all that sitting that we do in a day. We're starting forward, feet shoulder width apart, hips facing forward, hands out in front, breathing in, breathing out, and following our hand as we reach to the back wall and open up our chest. Breathe in, breathe out, hand back, look to the wall behind you, breathe in, and we're going to repeat that 5 to 7 times each side. Again, this is great for opening up your spine, undoing all the sitting we do in a day. Do a few more. Go whatever pace feels best for you. I'm going to do a couple extras on my right because it's extra tight. And one more. And of course, arm circles, everybody's favorite. Get them going backwards. Get them going forwards. Little circles backwards. And little circles forward. All right, the last one I have for the shoulders, I call it the cactus. So you start with both hands at 90, you drop one down, and you nice and slowly alternate back and forth because you look like a cactus, or you can throw a tantrum, right? These are good ways to get the rotator cuff warmed up. So long as you do them slowly, we don't want any rotator cuff injuries. And lastly, our favorite neck circles. Bring it around town. Pain is bad. If that hurts, don't do that. Snapping, cracking, popping without pain is usually all right. Switch directions if you haven't already. A little bit of uncomfortability. Uncomfortability from exercise is usually okay. That's what we're going for. A little bit of a light burn. It's usually okay. All right. And that's that. We'll get right to it. Without further ado, we'll go into our floor touches or glute bridges. We brought back the glute bridge variation if you like it. Glute bridge, of course, is on your butt right here. Or the floor touches. Pick your poison. Starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, begin. I'm going to do the floor touches to start, and I'll do the glute bridge variation next time. I don't think I told you that today we're doing 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. It's a deload week. So what that means is instead of going 40 seconds of work to 20 seconds of recovery, we're doing 30 seconds of work to 30 seconds of recovery. It's important in any program to be periodized properly so that we don't burn out time. Because if you burn out, you never come back, you break your body down and never give yourself time to recover. What's the point in doing it, right? Snow angels, we're here, either prone or bent over. I'm going to start with the bent over variation, starting in 3, 2, 1. Let's do some snow angels. Like you're waving for help. That's actually just me waving for help, saying my shoulders are tired. In time. Next up, it doesn't get any easier on the shoulders necessarily, but this exercise is always a good feeling, always good vibes from this fellow. Award of the year for coolest exercise goes to lateral raises, flappy birds, starting in 3 and 2, 1. Let's go. I said this last video, so I feel inclined to say it again. I shouted out last week that if you come back on Monday, I'll tell you how in debt I was from all of my education. I'm not going to give you too many specifics, but 4-year degree of athletic training from Alfred University, I don't know, between 40 and 60,000, I don't know, something like that. Plus 4 more loans when I decided to return back to my master's in exercise science, time with that exercise. And that was another $10,000 a pop times 4. So do the math, you'll figure it out to know that I am indebted to your exercise potential. Okay, that's why we're here, to make sure that you reach your health and fitness goals. Gosh dang nabbit, one way or another, regardless of a lot of debt. Next up, we have reach to the opposite toes. These are the new ones I was telling you about. Starting in 3, 2, 1, begin. Opposite toe, stand up. Opposite toe, stand up. This is week 4 of our body weight exercise programming for weight loss. Every 4th week, the last week of the month pretty much, is a deload week moving forward. And time. Ooh, can I feel that one aside from the core and the hammies a little bit too? After core number 1, we have our squats. Any depth that you like, any depth that you prefer. I might just do quarter squats the entire time today. No, okay, that's fine. I'll do full squats with you. Starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, begin squats. Again, keeping your chest up nice and tall, your spine parallel with your thighs. So you see here, spine parallel with my shins. I said thighs last time, I meant shins. And then my thighs are parallel with the floor. If you want to hold the weight, hold the baby, hold the dog, you hold it right here in your hands in front of you. And time. Next up, we have push-ups. Find your friend Wally. If you like to do the push-up variation from the wall, the farther down you go, the harder it becomes. We had a recommendation to call this fella Coucho. So this is Coucho. You can use that for your variations, or from the knees on the floor, as you've seen before. Starting in 3, 2, 1, push-ups. Let's get it going. Of course, down to 90, all the way back up. We're looking for nice, full range of motion with the exercise. Full range of motion. It's going to make sure you don't get excessively tight muscles. And that's not what we want. We want better movement, not being locked up. And time. Das ist gut. Moving down, back by popular demand, we have our I's, Y's, and T's in the bent over position. So that is here, in front, 45, and out to the side. I's, Y's, T's. Starting in 3s, 2s, 1s, begin. Out in front, 45, to the side. If you're ever struggling to get into good position, a bent over position, a great cue is think about the wall. Take your butt, try and touch it to the wall. All right. That'll put you in solid position 9 times out of 5 for a deadlift hinge bent over position. 3, 2, 1, and time. Thank you for coming back as always. Our chat box is open if you have any questions, comments, or concerns. I'm here. I got the screen on large. I can see it from England from here. Of course, we're in New York, so we work on Eastern time. But anyway, besides the point, we have Inchworms That's the one that I showed you in the beginning. We're crawling forward. Let's do them together, starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I hope you like these ones. You crawl it forward, crawl it back. If you want to see it from the side, you can bend your knees to make it a little easier. Walk it forward, pull the butt back, come back up standing. Good for the shoulders, good for the core, really good for the whole body. And time. Back to the top we go. We're going back to the start. Coldplay. It's a good one. Get it? Because we're starting the set over. Anyway, we have our floor touches or glute bridges. I'm doing glute bridges this time. All right. 3, 2, 1. Begin. Floor touches or glute bridges. It's the same movement pattern, but in one, you're lifting your upper segment only against gravity. In this one, you're lifting your center of mass directly against gravity. The muscles responsible for the hinge are pushing directly up against gravity. Gravity, of course, being our friend so that we can do most of these exercises. And time. And while I'm down here, I'm going to go to the prone snow angels for the next exercise. You can do prone or bent over, of course, any variation. Any variation that you like. And that said, some of our workouts between myself, Jacob Carroll, and Adam Fox have very different styles, right? Same theme, but we switch it up once in a while. So feel free to always check out Jacob Carroll and Adam Fox on the same channel, Connected Community Health Support. Snow Angels starting in 3, 2, 1, begin. I'd like to say a brief shout out to my exercise physiology professor. I taught exercise physiology lab, which got me comfortable speaking about exercise in front of people. Shout out Dr. Hokinson in the SUNY Cortland Department of Exercise Science. And time. Remember, I'll give you a shout out too. All you have to do is email us at connectedchs30@gmail.com saying, hey, I support Move for Love. I support Yards for Yeardley and spreading information about relationship violence, right? Helpful content. Just reach out to us, email us, and we'll give you a shout out in our next videos. Lateral raises, starting in 3, 2, 1, begin. Flappy Birds. The first time we did 30 seconds of work to 30 seconds of recovery, I said, oof, my body's not ready for this. And now we went 40-20, I said, oof. But now that we've revisited our 30-30 work to recovery, feels a lot better, honestly. I think that's a good sign. I hope you feel the difference too. And time. Feels so quick now, right? Next up, we have our reach to our opposite toe. Feel free to stand up. Hooray for standing. All right. I just thought of a fun thing that I'm going to do for the squat so you can share with your family members. A nice little challenge you can be used to be mean. Starting 3, 2, 1. Reach the opposite toe. Begin. 1. If you want to put your hands in your hips. That's a nice, stable variation. If you want to throw the hand up into the air like you're speed skating, you may. Stand up, opposite toe. Stand up, opposite toe. Keep working with me. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Waka cha. The next one is our squats. Again, we revisit our squats. There's an old song called The Grand Old Duke of York. Let's see if I can, on the spot, pull up this song. Whenever I say up, you stand up. Whenever I say down, you squat down, and you don't move until I say up or down again. All right? So just do normal squats if you want, but I'm going to try this fancy thing where I say, the Grand Old Duke of York, he had 10,000 men. We're sitting to start. He marched them up a hill, and then he marched them down again. And when you're up, you're up. And when you're down, you're down. And when you're only halfway up, you're neither up nor down. So you just start in that position. And you go through the whole Grand Old Duke of York. And you can do it multiple times in different speeds. I know kids love that one. I used to work at a scout camp. That's where that one came from. And time. Push-ups. Find Wally. Find Coucho. Find the floor if you need it. Whichever you prefer. I'm going to show the wall variation this time just to show you that it can be done. Maybe next time I'll do the couch. I don't know. Starting in 5 seconds. Find your position. Push-ups. In 3, 2, 1, begin. Make sure the wall is nice and stable. If it's some unstable drywall or something without any studs, maybe find something more stable, because some of us have put our hands through a wall on accident just leaning up against it, and we don't want that today. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. We're back to our I's, Y's, and T's. Man. Yeah, I tried looking up jokes to fill the dead space. But the online exercise jokes were awful. So I guess you're just going to have to listen up for my spontaneous jokes, because there was nothing good online with those. Nothing at all. Next up, your I's, Y's, and T's. Starting in 3s, 2s, 1s. Begin. In front. 45. To the side. Diving into the water. Goal. Reach out to the side like you're flying an airplane. There and there. As you can see, a lot of these exercises, if you have 1 to 5 pound weights laying around, maybe a book, you could use them if they're too easy. Again, this is a deload week though, so take that as you will. Time. And we're back to the inchworm today. Back to the inchworm. We're going to talk later about goal setting. Maybe your goal could be to come back, join someone who's helping you reach your goal every day. Be an easy thing to do, right? Starting in 3, 2, 1, inchworms. Walk it forward as far as you feel comfortable. You don't have to go all the way out necessarily. Only go out as far as you feel comfortable. If that's here and you walk it back, that's a good core exercise too. Here, walk it back. Little hand steps, kind of help. All right, and time. We're going back to the top, going through it one more time. The glute bridges felt good for me, so I'm going to use the glute bridges instead of the floor touches this time. Again, per usual, whatever feels best for you. All right. This is set number 3 of day 10, week 4 already of free virtual exercise programming, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. My session is at 7:30 a.m. Starting in 3, 2, 1, begin. Heels into the floor, hips up to the sky. I'm even feeling my hip flexors fighting me in these, which is probably a sign that I need to do more glute bridges, and that we might need to work towards our single leg squats. And time. Single leg squats might loosen up my hip flexors a little bit. Eventually we'll get to split squats and all that fun stuff. Just not yet today. Next up, we have our snow angels. They can be bent over or prone. I'm already down here. I'll stick with the prone, whatever you like. Whew. All right. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Snow angels, away. I think the snow's actually gone for real this time in upstate New York. Fake spring number 1 and 2 have passed, and now I think real spring is here. We had some snow, probably an inch a couple days ago, but I think we're good for now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Thank you for joining me so early in the morning. I know it's before 9 a.m., and so sometimes it's hard to get up and get motivated to exercise. I'm glad you're here. Thank you for joining me. Always appreciate it. I was going to say something about being the real OG or something like that. That'd be weird, though. I appreciate that you're here. Lateral raises. Ready? Begin. Man, that window's getting bright. I have to get some more blinds or curtains or something. Lateral raises. Again, as usual, if you ever have any questions at all, throw them into the chat. If there's something that's outside the scope of the exercise program, I would love to answer it at the end. 3, 2, 1, and time. Now's the time to do it before it gets too busy. I mean, assuming a bunch of people eventually join on and we just have, hundreds of questions rolling through the chat anyway. Someday. Reach to the opposite toe. Go ahead and stand up if you aren't already. I'm really looking forward to my oatmeal after the session. I don't know why, I'm just craving. Reach to the opposite toe. Ready, begin. You can go alternating. I suppose if you want to go 15 seconds of one side only and you want to really get into it, you can. 10 seconds left. 3, 2, 1, and time. Very nice, very nice, very nice. Next up, we have our squats. You probably didn't like it when I did the Grand Old Duke of York. I didn't either the first time I did it. However, it grows on you. I'm going to do it again. You can carry on with your squats if you like. And just do the normal squats for the time. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Begin the squats. The Grand Old Duke of York. He had 10,000 men. He marched them up a hill and then he marched them down again. And when you're up, you're up. And when you're down, you're down. And when you're only halfway up, you're neither up nor down. Used to have an entire mess hall of screaming 11 to 18-year-olds doing that. Good vibes, truly. A great way to start the day for breakfast, really. All the kids at the table, maybe, I don't know. Next up, we have our push-ups. It can be in the wall with Coucho. I think I said I'd use Coucho next time. Coucho's an all right name. Not very creative, I suppose. Sorry, Zach. Next up, we have push-ups. Find your positions, whatever you need. Try and keep the core nice and strong, right? If you feel your core sagging like this, try and think about pulling your belly button back behind you. All right? 3, 2, 1, begin. That was a terrible cue. I should have said, suck your stomach in, suck your belly in. Keep it going. Past halfway. I hope you feel the difference between 30-30 this week and 30-30 on week 2. 3, 2, 1, and time. That's crazy. This is week 4. We've been going for quite some time now, and things have changed since we were doing some random practice run, and we had somebody named Happy Face Candle say, "I'll see you on Monday." Shout out Happy Face Candle. Proud of you. Good work. Really appreciate your presence. after the push-ups, we have our I's, Y's, and T's. We're almost done with this workout. You carry on strong, starting in 3, 2, 1. I, Y, and T. All right. Of course, share this video or your own movement with the hashtag #MoveForLove with the link to One Love, spreading information about relationship violence. You never know who it might affect or who might benefit from seeing information about what is a healthy or unhealthy relationship. 3, 2, 1, and time. Whew. Inchworms, and then we're done. We're in the home stretch now. If you ever need to contact us about anything, connected, CHS, just like all of our tags, all of our names, 30@gmail.com. Answer your questions, help, feedback, you name it. We'd love to hear it. 3, 2, 1, begin. Or if you just want to say, hey, I did my movement with this video, or hey, I walked, ran, jogged, biked, swam, any number of distance, and I would love a shout out on your page, Mr. Cool, Seth, Jake, or Adam. Let me know. Reach out, and I would love to show that we're building a community. So the last one, and time for a cool down. All right, shake it out. Get your breathing under control. Nose breathe. Yawn if you have to. I know yawning is contagious. I'm sorry. Hug yourself. Good work, good work, good work. All right. Keep cooling down. Keep moving. Keep doing whatever feels comfortable and best for you. I'm going to take a second. Also, wait for any comments to possibly pop up here. Talk about goal setting. Goal setting has been proven over and over to be helpful in your motivation. Basically, aside from having a solid reason why, but having a specific what you'd like to achieve. And if you don't want to put anything crazy on it, it can be a process goal even. For example, instead of saying I want to lose X number of pounds, instead of saying I want to have this body fat percentage, you can say, I just know that there's somebody out there who's doing a free exercise program that I can just tune into, and they'll help keep me on track to my exercise needs. And maybe your goal then can be just to make sure that you tune in every single day to that person so they can help me reach my goal. I don't know. That might be a crazy goal. Not trying to do anything too wild now, but you get my point though. Have a timely goal, have a specific goal. If you want to make it process oriented, that's always good because we want to look at the process, not the product, because then you can get discouraged if you aren't reaching towards your product when usually the process will take you there anyway, right? I'm not going to go through all of what a SMART goal is right now, but I'll let you Google it if you're not already familiar what a SMART goal is. Again, this session is in support of One Love and Yards for Yeardley. You can share a movement video of your own or our video with the hashtag #MoveForLove to raise awareness for relationship violence and healthy and unhealthy signs of what people might experience inside an unhealthy or healthy relationship. All right. The link is below. The better description is below. Thank you, as always, for joining with our videos in the morning. Brings me great joy to do this and to start off the day better than a cup of coffee with some exercise with you all. With that said, here's my mouse. I'm going to sign off for the day. If I can find the button. There we are. You have a wonderful day. Thank you for joining.